Why should we put God first? Why should God always be the priority in all matters in your life? Putting God first in our lives is not just a recommendation, but a fundamental principle that can transform our lives. When we prioritize God, we align ourselves with the source of all wisdom, love, and purpose. By putting Him first in our thoughts, decisions, and actions, we acknowledge His sovereignty and invite His guidance into every aspect of our lives. In doing so, we open the way for spiritual blessings to flow abundantly, finding strength in times of weakness, clarity in times of confusion, and peace in times of chaos. When God takes priority, everything else falls into place, and we discover the deep satisfaction that comes from living in accordance with His will. Seeking and trusting God is the foundation of our faith. Do you know how many types of people there are in this world? There are 3 types of people. Those are people who do not seek God. They do not know what the definition of happiness is. Those who seek God are not the first. They are the most miserable. And ultimately, it is those who seek God and His righteousness first who are the happiest people in the world. As we embark on this spiritual pilgrimage, we are reminded that our human understanding is limited, but God's wisdom is infinite. By earnestly seeking Him, we open ourselves to His divine guidance, allowing His light to illuminate our path and His grace to sustain us through every trial. You must seek God personally and proactively. Don't rely on others to seek Him for your or someone else's personal problems. Trusting God is an act of surrender, acknowledging that His plans are greater than ours and His timing is perfect. In the midst of uncertainty, we seek refuge in His promises, knowing that He is faithful to keep them. When we put our trust in God, we exchange our worries for His peace, our fears for His courage, and our weakness for strength. We turn our eyes to Him, for in His presence we find hope, redemption, and eternal joy. In the pursuit of divine grace and guidance, there is unparalleled power in seeking God ourselves first. It is through our personal seeking that we establish a deep, intimate connection with our Creator. It is in this sacred communion that we are transformed, our hearts align with His will, and our spirits refreshed by His truth. By seeking God ourselves, we demonstrate our dependence on Him alone, trusting that His guidance surpasses all human understanding. Let us be steadfast in our pursuit of God, for in His presence we find strength, peace, and unwavering assurance of His unfailing love. In both Matthew and Luke, chapter 19, verse 10, Jesus encapsulates His profound mission statement with clarity and purpose, for the Son of Man came to seek and to save the lost. This powerful declaration embodies the heart of Jesus' ministry on earth. He came not for the righteous, but for the broken, the marginalized, and the lost souls yearning for redemption. Jesus' mission was one of compassion and reconciliation, as He sought out those who were spiritually adrift, offering them the gift of salvation and restoring their relationship with God. His words resonate with divine love and purpose, inviting all who are lost and burdened to come to Him for forgiveness, healing, and eternal life. Through His sacrificial death and triumphant resurrection, Jesus fulfilled this mission, leaving an everlasting legacy of hope and redemption for all humanity. It is important to realize that God is not simply a backup plan for us to turn to in times of despair, but He is the very foundation and essence of our existence. When we affirm that God is our plan, we declare our unwavering trust in His divine wisdom and sovereignty over every aspect of our lives. By seeking Him first, we submit to His perfect will and invite His guidance to lead us along the path of righteousness. When we give God priority, we acknowledge His supreme authority and open ourselves to His abundant blessings and provisions. Let us anchor our hearts to Him, knowing that in His presence we find strength, clarity, and sure assurance. When God is our plan, we will confidently overcome life's challenges, knowing that He is faithful to fulfill His promises and lead us to His full purpose for life. When we prioritize seeking God first, we align our hearts with His divine will and invite His presence to guide us in every decision and circumstance. Through prayer, meditation, and study of His Word, we cultivate intimacy with our Creator, deepening our understanding of His character and His plans for us. Simultaneously, trusting God is an act of surrender, acknowledging His sovereignty and entrusting our lives into His loving care. As we relinquish control and place our confidence in His faithfulness, we experience the peace that surpasses all understanding, knowing that He is faithful to fulfill His promises and lead us on paths of righteousness. By embracing seeking God first and trusting Him completely, we embark on a transformative journey of faith, where His presence becomes our greatest treasure and His guidance becomes our sure foundation. Happiness finds its truest and most enduring fulfillment in seeking God first and foremost. When we prioritize our relationship with Him, we discover a joy that transcends circumstances and remains steadfast through life's trials. God's presence infuses every aspect of our being with purpose and meaning, filling our hearts with a profound sense of contentment and peace. However, neglecting God leads to a sense of emptiness and longing, as we attempt to fill the void within us with temporary pleasures and worldly pursuits. True happiness is found in communion with our Creator, where our souls find rest and our spirits are renewed. Let us fix our eyes on God, for in His presence we find the source of true and lasting happiness that satisfies the deepest longings of our hearts. God, as our loving and sovereign Creator, always has a divine will and purpose for each of His children. His plans are not arbitrary or haphazard, but meticulously crafted with wisdom, love, and foresight. Even in the midst of uncertainty and adversity, we can take comfort in knowing that God's will is sovereign and His plans are for our welfare and not for harm, to give us a future and a hope. Jeremiah 29:11. As we surrender our lives to His guidance and trust in His providence, we can rest assured that He is working all things together for our good, according to His perfect will. Though we may not always understand His ways, we can trust in His faithfulness and take refuge in His promises. Let us lean not on our own understanding but acknowledge Him in all our ways, confident that He will direct our paths. Proverbs 3:5-6. With unwavering faith in God's will and plan, we walk forward in hope, knowing that He who began a good work in us will bring it to completion. God, with infinite love and patience, eagerly awaits each of us, ready to provide the best experience imaginable. He desires to communicate with us, share our joys, comfort our sorrows, and guide us through life's challenges. However, the question remains, are we willing to listen to God? In a world filled with distractions and noise, it can be easy to miss His gentle whispers and divine guidance. When we quiet our hearts and incline our ears to listen to God's voice, we open ourselves to a profound encounter with the Creator of the universe. We cultivate a spirit of attentiveness and receptiveness to God's voice, knowing that in His presence we find the wisdom, peace, and abundant life that He desires for us. When we choose to listen to God, we embark on a transforming journey of faith, where His word becomes a lamp for our feet and a light for our path, leading us ever closer, now with His perfect will and eternal blessings. Seeking God is a deeply personal and intimate journey that cannot be delegated to others. It is an individual pursuit that requires each of us to engage wholeheartedly with our Creator, to seek His face, and to discover His will for our lives. While we may draw inspiration and encouragement from fellow believers, the journey of seeking God ultimately unfolds in the depths of our own hearts. It is in the quiet moments of prayer, reflection, and study of His Word that we encounter the presence of God in a profound and transformative way. Each step we take toward Him strengthens our faith and deepens our relationship with Him, guiding us closer to His perfect love and purpose. Let us therefore embrace the call to seek God with all our hearts, knowing that in His presence we find the fulfillment and joy our souls long for. In the journey of faith, the importance of trusting God's plan and timing cannot be overstated. Even in the face of challenges and uncertainties, our trust in Him is essential for spiritual growth and inner peace. When we surrender our desires and expectations to His sovereign will, we acknowledge His infinite wisdom and perfect timing. Though we may not always understand His ways, we can take comfort in knowing that He works all things together for our good. Romans 8:28. By placing our trust in God, we relinquish the burden of control and embrace His unfailing love and provision. In the crucible of trials, our faith is refined, our character strengthened, and our dependence on Him deepened. We anchor our hearts in the unshakable truth of God's faithfulness, knowing that He is always working behind the scenes, orchestrating every detail of our lives according to His divine purpose. As we trust in His plan and timing, we find spiritual growth and peace that surpasses all understanding, for in Him we have the assurance of victory and eternal hope. In conclusion, let us remember the paramount importance of seeking God first in our lives, for in Him we find answers to life's deepest questions and the assurance of eternal joy in His presence. As we pursue our Creator, we discover the ultimate source of meaning, purpose, and fulfillment. Let us put His presence first and set our hearts on His unchanging love and truth. Believers, I invite you to share your experiences and insights in your search for God. Our videos always want to interact and exchange with believers about your own path to following God. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and give us a like to be motivated to make more videos promoting faith in God.